Hi, I'm Michael Leary. In this video, I am going to explain to you how I prepare to play the game pickleball. My warm-ups, my stretches, some mobility movements, maneuvers that I do on the court, as well as hand-eye coordination movements that I practice before playing the game. Some of the warm-up exercises that I do before I start playing pickleball. One of the things that's very common to most of us in wheelchairs is we're fairly sedentary when we're not actively playing a sport or in the gym. So whatever you can do to stretch the muscles and the joints in your body that will be used during play, it's a good idea to do that. My shoulders, because they're very active during play, my shoulders, my neck, my back, my core, I try to stretch out as much as possible. One of the things I use very frequently, I will use the fence on the side of the court to do a front shoulder stretch. And to do so, I pull on the back of my chair, pull on one side of my chair and stretch out my shoulder by holding onto the fence. You can hold these stretches, I would recommend, for about 30 seconds at a time, but for our purposes today, we'll keep them a little bit shorter. But that would be the stretch I would do to stretch out the front of the shoulder. Now, to stretch out the back of the shoulder and the upper back, I just simply hang onto the fence, turn away from the fence the opposite way, and push this way. Now I'm stretching across the back of my shoulder and my upper back, just like that. I would repeat that with the opposite arm. There is another exercise that we can do for stretching where you simply cross over, hold on to your push bar, and reach over the other direction. Now I'm stretching the back of the shoulder, the upper back. Same sort of thing. I'm looking away from my right side at this time, holding on to the right push bar. And then I would do the opposite. Hold on to the left push bar, reach over and across as far as I can. Now I'm stretching the right side. Other simple exercises that you can do is you want to loosen up your neck rotations like this, shoulder shrugs up and down. Repeat these several times, 5-10 times slowly. Then there's a stretch that I like to do because our lower backs need some warming up too, and loosening up. I just reach forward as far as I can and try and stretch out that lower back. Again, holding for about 30 seconds or so. And I come up and I relax. And that would be the basic stretches that I do. There are other stretches that I do on the court that I can demonstrate now. So one of the things I would like to discuss a little bit about has to do with safety on the pickleball court. And one of the biggest things of all is before you even think about playing pickleball in a wheelchair, most people have what is called a day chair, and to my right here is my day chair. This chair is designed to get me around just anywhere outside of a pickleball court. It's narrower than the chair that I'm sitting in. The chair I'm sitting in here is a sports chair, otherwise known as a tennis chair, actually. This is the main differences between these two chairs is that this chair that I am sitting in, the sports chair, has cambered wheels. You can see the wheels are angled out very far. These happen to be angled out to 20 degrees. My day chair, the wheels are pretty much straight up and down. The biggest difference the main reason for that is so that when I turn on the pickleball court, it's very, very difficult for me to tip because of the cambered wheels. So I can be pushing very, very quickly, turn suddenly, and I don't worry at all about tipping over. Another major difference in these chairs is this day chair does not have well, you can put an anti-tip bar on my chair, and I do have them, but they aren't strong. And if I back up in this chair and suddenly stop, you can see it can tip very easily. This could cause injury very, very easily to a person in this chair. That is one of the main reasons why I do not recommend that anyone even attempt to play pickleball in a day chair. The other main feature about this chair is on the back, as you can see, there's a very rigid anti-tip bar. When I back up and stop suddenly, there's just about absolutely no way that I can tip over. So I don't have to worry about it. So this next exercise that I'm demonstrating is a core exercise. Not everyone in a chair has core strength. I'm aware of that, but people who do should warm up their core and increase the flexibility in their core as much as possible. What I do sometimes is just simply sit in my chair, rocking back and forth like this with my arms extended. This increases the strength and also develops flexibility. I can also do this to find out pushing forward and doing it like so. Very often, when doing it this way, you'll find out which way the court is sloped or slanted. And that also is something you need to consider when you're playing pickleball. Every court is slanted different, and you want to know which way it's slanted because as you push, your chair will tend to roll one way or the other, no matter how well balanced your wheels are. Another exercise that's good for you to develop your mobility skills is determining where exactly your wheels are. You start out by putting your wheels, one of your wheels on one of the court lines, and you follow that court line. You try and keep your wheel on that court line, turn, keep the wheel on the court line as close to the court line as you can. And you follow around like so. The better you get, the more skilled you get, the faster you can go. And you pick up speed and try and maintain the wheels on the court line at all times. The next trick is to do it in reverse. And you start out slowly, trying to keep the wheel on the court line, like I'm doing. And then as you get better and better at this, you pick up speed. And as you see, I'm coming off the court line a little bit. It's very hard to do, but this is something that we do to develop, to get a better feel of and awareness of where our chair is as we're pushing on the court. It also is an exercise that warms up our shoulders too. Not just stretching them, but actually warming them up because you're using the muscles in exertion. So picking up a ball, balls are on the court all the time. It's very awkward to pick up a ball, lean over, and have to pick it up with your hand like that. The simplest way, and the way that pretty much I do all day long, is I lean, I tap the ball, hold onto the ball with my paddle, pull it towards you, and pick it up. So in summary, I'd like to thank everyone for following me in my videos. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been helpful and possibly you have learned a few things, and everyone can adapt and learn and play and have fun. And just want to thank you all again, and remember that this is how I roll.